This is a new stream series. It's live streaming every day until 1,000 subscribers. And if I forget to live stream a day, I don't know what'll happen. But this is day one, and let's start solving. Because I'm going to be doing solves for my last few streams. Every sub equals 100 solves. So I'm going to be doing more of those solves that I have to do. I'll say how many solves I still have to do in a second. And I kind of messed up my Z-perm, but it's still a bad solve, 16 seconds. White on Ant says, hi, how are you doing today? I'm doing good. So I need to get to a total of 11,500 solves on CubeDesk, because like my last few streams for the 100 subs, or like 100 solves is one sub series thing. And right now I have a total of 11,354. So we can add 6 to that. And then we can add 40, so it's 46. And we need to add, so we have 146 solves left to do. Why don't I says there's nobody, please? Okay. And I messed up my cross. And thanks to whoever liked the stream. And that's another pretty terrible solve. 14.89. Smile X says hi. Welcome to the stream. So I got a ZB, or not, I got last layer case that I knew the ZB, so yeah, it's just a standard algorithm. Why don't I says, do you have any other cubes? Yeah, I have a lot more cubes. And Chicken says, and I do intuitive F2O. I should. I would say I still do intuitive F2L. So that's another terrible solve, 14.55. Chicken says, dude, chat miss. Nice. Wet Night says, can you do other cubes on the stream? I might. I'll do 3 more solves, and then I'll do 2x2. $11.38. $12.12. Chicken says, how can I be sub 30? I use intuitive F2L and 8 algs of 1 look PLOs. Probably finish learning full PLO. Make sure that your F2L is efficient. And that your cross is also efficient. So that's the first sub 10 of the stream. It's sub 9, 8.8, because there was an OLO skip. But I'm going to do some 2x2 now. so 2.56. That's pretty good. Chicken says, I don't do any rotations in F2L and I complete it in 16 seconds. Nice. 14 seconds. Well, do you use 2-look OLL? .18. Why don't I says it takes me 3 minutes for a 2x2? Oh wow. Well, keep practicing. .429. Chicken says what? I don't know if you're talking to me about what I said, like 2-look OLL, or to White09. Oh, I did the wrong alg. 1471. Chicken says it takes me 14 seconds and I am a intermediate. Well, like, make sure you have efficient solutions. I'm still trying to work on that. And make sure that you try looking ahead, which I'm still trying to work on. 5.66. That Keeper says, yo, can we get a room tour? Well, I think I'm just going to stay here on this stream. .03. Chicken says, dude, can you create a room in CS Timer and we will join? Actually, I will. I don't think I know how to, though. Just gonna go to a random session. So, online, I think it's like online competition. If somebody in the chat knows how to do, oh, thanks to whoever just subscribed. If somebody knows how to make a CS Timer room, then could you say, because I don't know how. .69. Chicken says, go to the function draw scramble. And then click online battle, not online competition. So, online battle. And White09 says, what is your fastest time on 2x2? So one time I got a 5-move solution. And then I was able to do it really quickly. So it's a .45. I don't know if I remember the solution. I think it was like this, though. Yeah. Okay. So, chicken I got here to... I don't know if you guys can see it. White09 says, is that a world record? Well, it wouldn't be a world record even if it was like sub 0.4 seconds. Because it's not in a competition. But the world record is like 0.43 or something. So... yeah, I need, it says I need a room code or something, and I don't have one of those. Oh, and thanks to whoever just subscribed. Now we're 2 subscribers closer to 1,000. I'll, probably after this stream, I will try to figure out how to make a CS Timer room. Chicken says, wait, so you beat the world record on 2x2 because the world record is 0.46, not 0.43? I actually don't know what it is. I'm gonna look at it on the WCA. Rankings, 2x2 cube. The world record is 0.43 seconds. And then the world record 2 is 0.44. Oh, I already did that time. 3:25. White09 says, can we get a face reveal? No, I'm sorry. Chicken says, nah, I switched it up. It's 0.43. Yeah, that's what the WCA said. 2.54. .66. .70. Okay, I think I'm gonna do some pyramids now. So that was an okay solve. Chicken says my average on 2x2 is 0.34. Nice. That's like around where I average. Kenny says hi. Welcome to the stream. I'm just doing some pyramids. So that's a very good time, 2.54. Or no, I don't know. That wasn't a 5.4. 2.5. And Chicken says subbed and liked. Thanks a lot. .77. I haven't been practicing pyramids lately. Kenny says 81 subs left. Yeah, I'm only 81 away from 1,000. Why not says, do you want me to see if Gage Plays can get on the stream? Sure. .27. That's a pretty bad time. Kenny says something. Nice. And Chicken says, dude, you think that you haven't practiced on pyramid and getting like 4-second average? But for me, that's just super impressive. Yeah, I haven't like gotten any worse really, but yeah. So I average 4 seconds, which Kenny says my keyboard fell. It's okay. And thanks to whoever liked the stream. And Gashpa says, sorry I was late. It's fine. And Radman says, he said he will try to get on. Okay, I think he's on the stream. Okay, I thought I did the wrong L4 read, but I didn't. 4.27. .74. Chicken says, dude, I think I'm bankrupt because I dropped my game and now I'm broke. Oh, man. That was a pretty bad solve, 5.42. Gatesway says, how does keeping with Andy now we know each other? I don't really understand that. And I thought I had an edge left, but I didn't. So that was another pretty bad solve. Thanks to whoever liked the stream. Chicken says, dude, how do you count your seconds for inspection time? Um, I don't. I I think I always inspect under 15 seconds. But, like, when I'm using a keyboard to time myself, I count inspection. Chicken says, I know Gage plays. Nice. .79. Chicken says, what timer is that? This is the GAN standard timer. I really like it because the lights. And they can flash on and off, but I prefer them just to pulse. That's another terrible solve, 7.03. That was a pretty good solution, so I'm gonna not hit enter because I want to try that solution again. Okay, well I kind of messed up. So 2.49 is the time. .92. I think I'm gonna do some more 2x2. Chicken, don't say cuss words. And I stopped my timer early, so that's a DNF. White and Nine says don't cuss. Yeah, don't cuss, guys. Cuss words are mean. Oh, that could have been a really good time if I didn't +2. So 1.44 +2. Because I was able to one look it. And I +2 that solve. So I didn't +2 that solve. 3.1. So that's a pretty good time, 2.25. And 2.55. .87. And that's a DNF because I just didn't do the last turns. Oh, White09, I thought you were talking to someone else. Do I play any sports? No, I don't. White09 says, that is a good question, White09, because I feel like keeping with Andy, sit in his room all day cubing. Yeah, that's exactly what I do. And I edit videos. HP says, and what is that truck in the background? It's supposed to be like a piggy bank. And it's just this old thing. And I thought it looked kind of cool. Chicken says, Andy, I used 3 Alex on 2x2 and still got a 4-second solve. Nice. and 4.08. $3.54. Gatespace says, bro, I'll comment on one of your videos asking if you're gonna go live today, and just be like, I'm busy editing videos. Nice. And King D Cuber says, what is your best 2x2 single? It's a 0.45 second solve because I got a 5 mover, and it was really lucky. White Knight says, is that cube boxes holding up your computer? Yeah, it is. $2.52. White Knight says, what mouse do you use? This is just a random old Apple mouse. I think this is what it's called. It's called a Pro Mouse. $2.52. White Line says it looks cool. Thanks. That was really slow recognition. Chicken says, does anyone here eat water? I drink water. Gizmo says, I see the McDonald's toy in the background. Yeah, here it is. And that bird on your computer. Yeah, he's also from McDonald's. $4.32. $4.35. Gizmo says, ow, that hurt. I just accidentally flipped over my chair and now I can barely feel my arm. Oh, I'm sorry. This is a really easy scramble. And I messed it up. And I DNF'd. So I think I can one with this. So I did one look it, but I did one wrong move. So I kind of one looked it. And that's a pretty terrible solve. 632. And if only I knew full TCLO. $2.9. $2.61. Pretty good. But my average of 5 right now is pretty bad. 3.94. And I stopped the timer early. And thanks to whoever liked the stream. $2.26. $3.09. I probably could have won with that solve. And 3.00. .65. So my average 5 right now is 2.91, which is pretty good. And that solve was pretty bad, 3.28. And +2, 2.6. Actually, I don't know if I type plus with it, it will, oh, I didn't realize that on CubeDesk, if I type the time and then plus with it, it will add a +2, so that's pretty cool. So I'm going to do some more 3x3 solves, because I don't know why, just because. Gageplay says, yeah, I've already tried to convince him to sign up for one because it can promote his channel. Chicken says, Indy, don't add Streamlabs or else everyone starts gambling with their points. I don't even know what those things are. And that's a pretty terrible solve, 14.84. So 11.03. $12.84. And that's a lot better than that 14 from earlier, 10.68. Guys, we only need one more subscriber, and then we'll be at 920. So that's a pretty terrible solve, 17.98. Chicken says, bye dude, gotta go, it's like 2 a.m. in my country, see you tomorrow. Oh, where? I don't know if you're still on the stream, but if you are, where are you? Like, what country? Because one thing I try to do on live streams is get viewers from every continent. And thanks to whoever just subscribed. So speaking of like getting viewers from every continent, if you want to, say in chat what country you're from. Oh, that's a DNF. It would have been a +2 anyway. I didn't know what the AUF was going to be. And that's another +2. $3.4 without a +2. 3.78. Gagesmith says he can ask him tomorrow. Yeah, I will. And I plus 2. I plus 2 a lot of 2x2 solves. .64. .93. And thanks to whoever just subscribed. Gatesby says, I know I say this a lot, but I'm sorry for not being on streams lately. When school starts again, I'll be back on them. Okay, it's okay that you're not on streams. And I always mess up that EG1 case. 6.06. Oh, that's another plus 2. So 3.53 plus 2. .87. .52. Gatesby says, I always make sure to keep this number in my head. It is 665. Is that the number of subscribers I was to you? I thought it was 660. I'm not sure though. But still, like, around that amount of subscribers is a lot of subscribers to go. .16. That could have been a lot better because it was a pretty easy CLO. And that was not good at all. 4.24. And I did the wrong EG1. 6.12. And finally, a sub 3. Death God says, you know, many of the subscribers you get from these streams probably aren't going to see another video of yours. It's going to probably tank how your videos get recommended. Well, that's okay. I think this year I've been averaging like 150 views on videos. Gatesby says nope, and well, Death God, that's really good for me, for like 150 views. Gatesby says nope, 665 I know because about 3 weeks ago I found it on a short where I told you right after your stream. Nice. King Beekeeper says, can you solve 4x4? I can solve 4x4. I'm not very fast at it though. I average like 1 minute exactly. And that's a plus 2. So 476 plus 2. And thanks to whoever just subscribed. And 3.05. And I didn't mess up the EG1 case. .79. Rummy says, yo, welcome to the stream, Rummy. And I think we got another like on the stream. I don't know if we did, but if we did, then thanks to whoever liked. Rummy says, guess who beat his PB 24 hours ago? Was it you? Gatesby said, oh, he's talking to a guy from earlier. Rummy says, yeah, like, thanks. I thought I did the right EG1, but I didn't. So 6.11. Rami says, yeah, it's me, by the way. I did 6.72 seconds. Whoa, on 3x3? That's really fast. I think I've only ever gotten 2 6-second solves in my life. .39. Rami says, yeah, but I've only ever gotten 1. Nice. I can never even really get 7-second solves. Like, 7-second solves are really rare for me. Even 8-second solves. Rami says, but I mean, I started like 1 year and a month ago, so... Oh, I started like 2.5 years ago. But for 9 months, I wasn't cubing. .45. And I did the wrong alg. And I stopped the timer early, so it's a DNF. King Deekeeper says, who's your favorite cubing YouTuber? Probably Tingman. Gagefish says, cool. And thanks to whoever liked the stream. .67. Gagefish says, my favorite cubing YouTuber is Cubing with Andy, and no, I'm not being biased. I actually really like his videos. Thanks. .39. King Deekeeper says, Tingman or Soup Timmy? Probably Tingman. Because I know Soup Timmy uploads long-form videos, but he uploads mainly shorts. And I like long-form videos more. Oh, it was solved, and I just did a turn. So, 3.62 plus 2. Um, 4.03, that's another really bad solve. .16, that's a lot better. Oh, 3.52, and I did an unnecessary YouTube. .46. The app that I got, the case that I got was this one, which I just used the algorithm for the ZBLO. So let's see how fast I can do it. .92. I actually didn't think I could do it very fast, but I guess I kind of can. 3.17. And this is going to be the same case I got on the last solve. And I was able to one-look that solve, which I've been trying to work on. .50. I was like kind of able to one-look that solve. The only thing I noticed when inspecting was where a bar would be in my EG1. 4.26. 2.90. So, pretty good. My average of 5 right now is 2.85, which is really good for me. Well, I can get sub 3 averages, but then I always get bad solves that ruin the averages. And I think I can one-look this solve. And no, I definitely cannot one-look that solve. 2.64. $6.06. Okay, guys. Well, we got a lot closer to 1,000 subscribers today. We went from like 917 to 922, which is 5 subscribers. So thanks to everyone who subscribed and liked the stream. And I think that might be it for today's stream. So I'm gonna see how many 3x3 solves I have left to do for like the last stream series. So it's 35 more, and so it's 135 more solves to do. I'll do one more, and then I'll probably end the stream. $11.76. Oh, I'm not selecting the text box. Okay, guys. So I think that's it for today's stream. Thanks to everyone who subscribed and liked, and congrats to the top fans, Realme on YouTube, King DCuber and Cage Place, all at the same amount of XP. So yeah. So thanks to everyone who watched the stream and stuff. But I'll probably stream tomorrow. Well, I will stream tomorrow for the day 2. King DCuber says bye, great live stream. Thanks. See you tomorrow on the next live stream. And that's gonna be it. Bye.